Alright, couple minutes early. So wait a couple minutes and we can start. See, I have everything. Okay. Alright. Alright. Well, we are live. Welcome to my first ever virtual home buyers seminar. My name is Jen Ho. I'm with Realty One here in the Des Moines metro market, Iowa. So a little bit of background of me. I have been doing real estate since 2014 in here in the metro, in Des Moines metro. So I'm pretty familiar with prices and area and neighborhood of the entire Des Moines metro. So today's home buyers seminar, we're going to discuss three things. One, a general overview of the home buying process, as well as number two, what the current real estate market is in the Des Moines metro, and then last, how I can help you, what strategies I have to help you buy the right home. So that's it. Let's share my screen and I'll show you these slides. Okay, if you are watching this video and you have not registered and you do want the slides, I am giving out the slides as well as my home buyer's guide. Shoot me a text with your email address or send me an email and I will email it over to you. Let's start. Overview of the home buying process. Okay, what we have is, let's see, what do we have right here? What is that? Okay, perfect. Home buying process. The first step to the home buying process is select an agent. Choose an agent. Choose me. You know, how do you choose an agent? You want to have someone that you'll be comfortable with. You want to have someone that you can have a conversation with. You do not want someone that cannot tell you exactly what that does not work, and you want someone that would be knowledgeable in the area, in the neighborhood that you're looking for. Second step, which once you select an agent, the second step that 90% of agents will come out again and ask is, do you have a pre-approval letter? Pre-approval letter is something that you get from a lender, or if you are doing a cash deal, you want to have proof of funds letter. Now it is important to have the pre-approval letter because it sets a budget, it sets a place where you want to start looking for homes that you can actually afford, and you don't walk into homes that you cannot afford. It also helps protect the sellers at this point because you are actually walking to homes that you can buy, not homes beyond your price range, beyond your affordability. Third step that I will do with you would be scheduling a buyer's consultation. Now I am doing this both ways, entirely your choice. I can do it one-on-one in person, or I can do it virtually like this as well. Kind of go through your needs and what your ideal location, ideal home, ideal neighborhood, what all those are, set up parameters, set up a quick search for you to help search for the right home. Fourth thing, which I kind of briefly touched about, is setting up filters to search for homes that meets your criteria. Now, there is quick filters that I can set up that would rely on hard facts, things like 3 bedrooms or 2 bathrooms, specific zip codes, even style of the home, like a 2-story or a ranch. I could set something up that way. I cannot set up something that is more soft facts, things like fence yard or hardwood floors, those will be a harder type to set up. Those will depend on me or you to actually look at the pictures to determine if that is the right fit. Now, once that is all set up, all ready to go, we receive the alerts, we receive the search alert. The next thing is the fun part, which is going out viewing homes. Yes, two ways right now as well. One is view homes virtually, another one view in person. Now, if you view in person, of course, all the safety precautions will be taking place. We make sure we disinfect, we make sure we protect yourself, protect the sellers as well. But it is happening. We can actually view homes in person. We can also view homes virtually. Also two ways. One, view it based on a recording. I can go out, record the home to your liking and send it to you so you can view homes at your own time, at any time basically. Or second is to view it live. So we can do like a FaceTime call, a Zoom call while you're at home in front of your PC safely, and I am out at the home showing you, basically acting as your eyes and walking around the home for you to see how the home is laid out. Now, once we have gone through the whole process, gone through the whole viewing process and picked out the exact home that we like, it is time to actually write an offer to purchase the house. In the offer, we can negotiate all the terms like the closing date, of course, the price, earnest money, inspection. All these things can be all negotiated in an offer and help you write out that offer and send it over to the listing side, the selling side. Then negotiations takes place. Everything can be negotiated as well, including what's in the home can be negotiated. If you see it, if you like it, we can negotiate, we can put it in the purchase offer or an addendum. So we can negotiate, make sure all the terms are met, and we agree upon an offer, agree upon a purchase, and there is an acceptance. Once it is accepted, three things happen pretty simultaneously, multiple steps in between. And all these steps are made to remove contingencies. So we have the financing contingency. So if you're using a mortgage, which most of us are, we're financing the deal with a mortgage with a lender. We want to make sure that we contact the lender immediately and get the pre-approval letter actually approved. Have them do our credit check, have them underwrite the loan, have them appraise, send out an appraiser immediately. Appraise, make sure that we are not paying more than what we are supposed to, and then of course get insurance before the closing for it to be effective right after closing. At the same time, my end with you will be scheduling inspections. One of the most common inspection we are doing will be at home inspection, basically having a third party coming through looking for any defects in the home that could potentially affect future value as well as current safety. Now, do keep in mind, we do have multiple inspections that we can do as well. One of the other more common inspections that we do here in Iowa, especially if you have a basement and you spend a lot more time in the basement, is a radon inspection. Radon is basically an odorless gas that could cause some harm, especially in younger child in basement. So we might want to actually test for radon. Other inspections, depending on area, will be suggested. There will be septic tank inspection. So typically on acreages home or further out of the metro, or maybe even in certain acreages in town that are on septic system, we might want to do a septic inspection if it has not been done recently. The other one would be a sewer inspection. Certain areas in town might have the old tile sewer system, the old Orangeburg is what we call it, tile system that might have collapsed or might have been broken with tree roots. So we might want to do a sewer scope or sewer inspection to make sure that sewer line is still good, is still functioning, or if it is not, we might want to renegotiate the deal to kind of make the deal work. So that is on the inspection side of things. And then on the law side, of the attorney side of things, we'll be having a title search, having the abstract updated. Title search basically search for any outstanding liens or any claims, make sure the taxes are paid up to date, as well as getting abstract updated. Abstract is basically a storybook of the house, as well as then preparing the settlement statement towards the end of the closing period. So all these basically removes contingency on the purchase offer, and once all this is checked off, we remove all the contingencies, then we could obtain funds to close on the house. Obtaining funds basically from the lender of choice or from your account if it is a cash deal. Obtain the funds and we schedule a final walkthrough, typically 1 to 3 days before the actual closing, making sure that we walk into the home and it is still in the same condition as we initially saw it before, during the pending process. Now once final walkthrough is all done, everything is acceptable, we'll sign the closing documents and exchange keys, exchange funds, we get possession of the home, and that is an overview of the entire home buying process. Now let's talk about the current market situation. Current market situation in the real estate market situation in Des Moines Metro, we are in a seller's market. In fact, I do provide a weekly update of the current real estate market on my YouTube channel. So subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit that alert button. Every Sunday we'll have a new video coming up across and do an analysis across the Des Moines Metro as well as certain parts of as well as specific cities in the metro, and we cover data or cover statistics of the real estate market. But right now, overall in the Des Moines Metro market, we are in a strong seller's market actually. How do we determine that? Is based on months of inventory. We are overall sitting at about 1.3 months of inventory in the Des Moines Metro. What does that mean? So basically in about the next 40 days, if no new homes come onto the market for sale, we will run out of homes to buy. There'll be no homes left for us to buy in about 40 days if nothing else come onto the market. So anything 3 months of inventory and under is a strong seller's market. Anything 3 to 7 months is a neutral market. Anything 7 or more months of inventory is a buyer's market. So a new home that comes onto the market is priced right, typically will be sold within 7 days, which is about a week. Once it's priced right, comes on the market, everybody looks at it, love it, submit offer, in fact multiple offers, and it's gone in about 7 days. So one of the more frequently asked questions now is now a good time to buy? Well, it is a strong seller's market, but it is also a strong mortgage market, which means everyone can afford to buy. It is actually a great buying market as well. Interest rate is low, it's hovering right about 3.5%, and depending on where your credit score, it could be below 3.5%, it could be above 3.5%, but right now on average that's about where it is at. But what does that mean? Well, it means that you can actually afford more home for the same amount of monthly payment compared to a year ago at 4.2%. So for instance, if you are paying $1,500 per month in rent, you could use that same amount as a mortgage payment and actually buy a home and own a home and build equity, versus paying rent and not building any equity, not building any cash asset value to yourself. So that is very important, and you're actually able to afford a lot of home right now. The next part of it, why it is also a good time to start buying right now, is there are a lot of what I call on the fence sellers. So what does that mean? Well, let's put this in a time perspective. On average, for a buyer, we probably look about 10 to 15 homes before we actually submit an offer or before we actually buy a home. That is on average. Yes, there will be extreme cases where we look at one home, we buy it right off the bat, or we look at 30 homes or look at 60 homes, we're still looking. But on average, 10 to 15 homes is about right number. It typically takes about a month for us to kind of go through, figure out what we like, what we don't like in person, and actually submit an offer. So during that month, there are some sellers that are right now on the fence, thinking about selling, not quite ready, not quite sure, but giving them a little bit of time right there to actually decide and say, yep, let's put it on the market, let's put it for sale, and a new inventory comes up. That gives us a little bit of time. We know what we want, we think about what we want, and we can go look at them and buy. Now, let's talk the next thing. Third thing is strategies to help you buy. Okay, how can I help you? Well, one of the basic, most simple thing is to actually set up that MLS search. The home search, MLS stands for multiple listing services. Basically, it is where all realtors list their home onto a shared platform so we can all help home buyers or home sellers buy and sell. Now, I can set up a search with hard facts, so it filters out and based on your criteria on what you like and what you want. It is based on hard facts, like I mentioned a little earlier ago. So things like how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, what's your square feet range, what's your price range, what's your neighborhood that you want or the school district that you want. All these are hard facts that I can actually code in and have that as criteria to search for. And then once we get an alert to say, hey, this home came on the market or this home has a price change that fits your criteria, I will take a look at that alert, make sure the softer side of things matches what you like. So things like hardwood floors or carpet or the fence yard or no busy street, all these things that I will need to take a look at the pictures or the map where it is at, help you actually filter out to say this is a home that fits your criteria before we actually go out and take a look. Two other things that I do specifically to help home buyers. One thing will be targeted ads, as you see there. I usually door knock. Right now, it's not a good, safe environment for anyone to actually door knock on specific communities. So what I will do on top of that will be, aside from door knocking, is to actually mail or send out mailers to specific neighborhoods to find homes that are not yet on the market, to find that sellers that's on the fence, not ready to list, and say, hey, Mr. Seller or Mrs. Seller, would you want to sell? Because I do have a buyer looking in this neighborhood. Maybe your home is a match for this buyer. Let's take a look and see how I can help you. Or the other thing is run online electronic social media ads to specific neighborhoods as well. Or within a radius there is certain criteria or certain limitations to that as well. But I could run specific ads to see if I can find homes specific to you to help you buy. Let's talk about the third thing. Third thing is actually really important. It's what I call shadow inventory. So what is shadow inventory? Shadow inventory is basically homes that will be drawn from the MLS, withdrawn from the market, but they have not cancelled the listing. They have not said they do not want to sell. What happens to this is basically homes that came on the market for sale, say in January or February of this year. And then with this pandemic that happened, these sellers decided it's not safe or they do not want people coming in and out of their homes. So they decided to pull their home off the market, but did not cancel the listing yet because they still want to sell, they just decided maybe the timing is not quite right, they just want to kind of wait it out. So just doing a quick search about half an hour ago, we do have 460 of these withdrawn but not cancelled or withdrawn listing in the Metro, where our MLS covers. So what I could do is, if I find a home that you like, that fits all your criteria, but it is a withdrawn listing, I could call that listing agent and ask if the seller is still wanting to sell, and maybe we could even set up a time to view their home and see if that is a right fit for your home. So shadow inventory is going to play a huge role in the next, I want to say, month or next 2 months, because those are people that wants to sell but then worried about a huge amount of the public or huge amount of people coming through their home, so they're just kind of waiting on the fence in a way, and those will be a good resource to tap and to help you find your right home. So I hope this has been helpful to you. This is a quick general overview of the home buying process, as well as how I can help you buy in this dynamic market. Now, do feel free to shoot me a text, send me a buyer consult to my cell phone number 515-441-2173. Schedule your free, no obligation, just 20 minutes buyer consultation, and I can help decide what is a good fit, what is your ideal home, and start looking for homes for you. Also, if you are interested in getting these slides or interested in getting my home buyer's guide, shoot me a text with your email address or send me an email, and I'll gladly email this over to you, and hopefully this will be of value to you. I am on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube as well. Follow me there, be friends with me online as well. Do two other favors for me too. Do two things for me as well. One, tag anyone that you know that could benefit from this. Your friends, your family, anyone from church, anyone from work, your colleague. Tag them in this post, have them connect with me. I will reach out to them. Hopefully I can help them find their next home as well. Just kind of make a good decision for them. And second thing is, if you could drop me a comment, what you would like to see more, what other questions you have, or maybe how I can improve for future home buyer seminar or any future video as well. That would be great. I'll greatly appreciate it. So I hope this has been really helpful to you. Again, feel free to reach out if you have any questions. I will be in touch. For now, your Curator signing out.